Good evening and welcome to another production of Hawk Sports TV from Hillsborough College here in Tampa Bay. Today, I am Brandon Scott, and conspicuous by his absence, of course, the statistician, Mr. Ben Tilley, not joining us tonight, but in his stead, one of my, as the young kids say, OG broadcast partners coming up through radio and on TV. I get to sit with the extraordinary Miss Madeline Rosa today as we are getting ready for a doubleheader feature of the Hillsborough College Hawks taking on the St. Petersburg College Titans. Miss Maddie, how are you feeling tonight about the games?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for that introduction. It's been a while since I've been on this chair sitting next to you. I mean, usually I sit on that side, so this is a nice adventure today. And we're super excited because, again, we have the Hawks playing against the St. Pete College Titans. Yes, the Titans. So it's going to be one of our last broadcast games that we're going to be broadcasting live for you guys. However, you can catch it anytime you want on YouTube, on Hawk TV. And I'm super excited because I dressed for success today. I made sure I brought this, the shirt. I call it the uniform.
There we go. Moving over from sideline reporting back down on the desk today.
I know.
So as we're taking a look at this matchup, and we're about 90 seconds away from tip-off to kick off the first game of the evening, the St. Pete College Titans coming in tonight with an 8-19 record.
Okay.
So they're coming in a little bit lower than probably the 500 that they would like to look for during the season.
Totally.
But they are on a 2-win streak right now. So they've won their last two coming in down here. So they're probably feeling pretty good about moving into the Hillsborough Hawks area. Now,
as opposed to the Hillsborough College that they lost one of the last game that they did lose to the Southeastern State College.
Yes, so the Hawks are coming in on a one-loss streak right now, hoping to correct that with a 13-14 record. So a few of the things that we're kind of taking a look at, probably playing some of the big differences tonight. For me, just taking a look at the way they're lining up on the bench right now, I'm thinking depth might be a little bit of something to keep an eye on, because the St. Pete Titans don't have as much depth and rotation as it looks right now coming from the Hillsborough Hawks. And as we're getting ready for the Hawks, Coach Springs is in there giving his last little bit of pregame motivation.
I'm super excited to see his animation tonight. He's a very animated, very pro coach is what I like to call him. If you've not trained with Coach Springs, come and see one of his games. Definitely.
Most definitely. Almost as entertaining as the game itself is watching Coach Springs up and down the court once it starts kind of getting going. And here we have the teams beginning to make their way out on the court for the tip-off. So I got to ask you, Miss Maddie, who is it that you're watching tonight? What is it that you're looking for out of the game?
For Nina. Nina Green is one of my players that I always watch for, especially because I'm always listening to Coach Springs and always watching, who he's looking at and making sure he reins them in and tells them, hey, what are you doing? So obviously Nina. For me also Peyton, number 11, Peyton Flournoy. Milena Stevenson, number 23. When she does those three, these Serene Rocky. When she does those three-pointers, these women are tough players, and I hope that they show out tonight. How are you feeling? Which one is who are you looking out for tonight?
For me, I think I'm going to be taking a look at number 8, Miss Saren Adaraki, as one of the big playmakers getting in there, especially when she's on defense up under the goal and everything like that. And also number 11, Peyton Flournoy, as the Titans put up 3 and take an early 3-0 lead over the Hawks. But I think Miss Peyton, always a big difference maker later in the game.
Yes,
she's one of those, the reserves come in and just start basically all over again.
And I like number 8, Serene Adaraki. She's the tallest player out there, and she moves so smooth out on that court. To see her play, and when she does those three-pointers and the way that they communicate as a team with the Lady Hawks, I don't know if you notice that all the time. They're constantly communicating,
you saw it a little bit right there as number 4 picks up the defensive steal, Miss Danica Ballard. That's a name that we left off the list. Also on the defensive side, she's one of those that if you want the job
That's
done
right.
for that
That's
communication,
right. Yes.
she's all in the Army. We used to call them ground guides, the people that would
Yes,
guide the
very
flow
much
of everything.
indeed.
That's almost her role right there as
And they
number
scored
23, Melania Stevenson, puts up two,
the
cutting
first
the
two,
lead.
the first 2 points for the Lady Hawks. Yes.
Cuts the lead from 3-2. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't do this in honor of Mr. Tilley because he was always the stat guy. He had the
Yes.
numbers and letting us know. As we take a look, we mentioned that St. Pete is coming in
there
off
goes
of their
number 10.
2-game win streak and the one loss off of the Hawks there. One thing that I'm going to bring up right off the bat, St. Pete College averages 62 points per game.
Yes.
When we take a look at that, we've seen most of these teams average about that 60,
there goes
62.
number 23, Melina Stevenson. Again,
Puts up another
2
two,
points.
so
Yes.
4-3. Conversely, the Hillsborough Hawks put up 69.5 points per game.
Okay, that's
Now-
an average.
Now, as Mr. Tilley would say, by the numbers, you would almost think that the Hawks would
There
have
goes
the
Nina, number
advantage.
0. She grabbed control of that ball again, passing it on again to Melina Stevenson.
Almost comes
What
down
is
with
going
her.
on here?
Almost come up with her
Let's
own
see.
rebound
Oh,
right there.
Number
Shot
11
from the
almost
outside.
had that, but not
Fast
quite.
passes.
Let's see, number 23. Oh my goodness, just almost made that.
And just by the numbers, as we look at St. Pete and Hillsborough College, you would almost expect that this would be a game the Hawks would be comfortable playing in and just by the points. But we've seen a couple times earlier this season
Yes, we have.
where just because the numbers show one thing doesn't mean it's going to reflect on the court.
And I mean, we've also seen where the first half they do great and they get too relaxed in the second half of the game and they start losing very rapidly. So, you know, it's very early in the game. Obviously, we're going for the Lady Hawks as they score another. Now they're 6-3 with the Lady Hawks up. So we're going to take it to the sidelines momentarily
Yeah, we
to Miss
gotta-
Liv Tomlinson and see how she's doing out there. It's her first time out there. So shout out to Liv. Take it away, Liv.
For the Lady Hawks thus far. It's looking pretty good. We've had 2 layups from number 23, Stevenson, has done a fantastic job this quarter. So I'm really excited to see what they have to bring for the rest of the game. And with that, sending it back to you guys at the bench.
Thank you, Liv. That was amazing. So yes, as you can see, we've got 63. Number 23 is really showing out tonight. You know, Miss Melina Stevenson. How do you feel about her? She's a really good. I mean, I think she's one of the impact players.
She's definitely going to be an impact player as we go through. And I just kind of want to piggyback off of a little bit of what Miss Olivia said over there. It's a common thing. You've mentioned it. She mentioned it. Let's see what happens later. I will say, watching the Hawks out here on the court, it's definitely a refocused team right now.
Yes.
When you're coming off of a loss and then you have to come back to the home gymnasium and you have to play again, you don't want to get in your head and cause that one loss to become 2, to become
Definitely.
3, and then close out your season well below 500. That's not the ideal for a Coach Springs.
No, it is not.
We've mentioned it before, a standard of excellence is what he
Oh.
expects when they're out on the court with his team.
Exactly. I mean, and the way that they can definitely steal that ball. Like, we're waiting. Nope. There goes Coach Springs again. As the opponent team scores now 6-5 with the Lady Hawks are still up. So he's just thought they could get that ball.
And that was number 3, Miss Selena Foreign, off of the St. Petersburg Titans. And you're seeing what
Look at that
I like to
aggressive-
see,
that
little bit of
aggressiveness.
a little bit of aggression, but also controlling the clock.
Yes,
That wasn't-
definitely. I love to see how Miss Peyton Fournier just did that right now.
You know, keeping the pressure, trying to keep the tempo
And she's
up.
a guard. Look at her. She's just really focused. She's got her head in the game today.
And like
Look at her. Look at her. She
and
is playing
good
very good
defensive
today.
steal right there.
That
Almost
is
comes
exactly
back up.
what you
They're
want to
still
see from
fighting.
number 11. And there goes Nina Green across the court.
And Miss Danica Ballard now number 4 with her second defensive
There she goes.
turn.
Let's see.
Let's see what
Danica, back
see if the Hawks
back
can
to
do
Nina.
anything.
Oh my goodness. This is
Defensive
such an
steal.
intense game right now.
And
And that was another
number
score.
4, Miss Trinity Harris, putting the lead now 7-6 with that score there.
Let's see what the Lady Hawks bring to the plate right now. Oh, they got that ball from underneath them.
And this is one of the things that even early on has kind of plagued the Hillsborough Hawks.
Exactly.
Is trying to,
And there goes another 2 points for the opponent team, St. Pete College Titans.
Miss Catherine Gilmain going there, putting up another 2 at now 9-7. And this is where we were kind of talking about those points per game and everything like that. Looks like we have a stoppage on the court.
Oh, what's happening
Looks like
over
we're
there?
going to have a foul, and we're going to get ready for a couple of shots lining up under the far side net.
Okay.
As Miss number 23, Miss Melania Stevenson, will be moving for her first
See if we can
attempt
get a look at
this
that shot
evening.
over there. The way Miss Melina Stevenson plays, I mean, her posture, everything about her, the way that she moves. It's so unreal. Just to watch her right now.
I'm going to borrow a line from the previous statistician that was
There she
here.
goes again.
Cool, calm, and collected
Yes,
as she goes
super.
2 for 2 from the free throw line, cutting that lead now 9-8.
And there she goes. There she goes. Melina Stevenson got control of that ball, passed it on to Miss Serene Autoraki. Now number 10, Brianna Benz got control of that ball. Let's see. Let's see what's the next move. Number 11. Oh, number 2, we've got Sharon.
This is something that we don't often see
there we
coming
go.
from the Hawks.
That's exactly what we need to see out there.
And that was
Miss Brianna Ben.
That's a name that we've talked about our impact players as we're now heading back over to the free throw line up underneath the far side as Miss Brianna moves up. But that's something
Brianna's such a great player for a freshman.
Yes.
She's really shown herself.
And that's going to be someone that you can begin to really build a future team around.
Exactly.
If you have someone that is committing the way they are on the court here, that's who you want to step up into those leadership positions as your sophomores get ready to start departing with the season.
Yes,
and if
definitely.
we've talked before right now, you've got at least 4 sophomores. Miss Nina Green will be moving on after this season.
Will.
Miss Danica Ballard will as well. And then you're going to have Miss Saren Autoraki and Melania Stevenson. Those are your 4 that are your core group right now. And knowing that you're coming up into the next season with a Brianna Ben around that you can rely on. And we're going back over to the free throw with a 11-9 lead with the Hawks as number 11, Miss Peyton Flournay, moves up for her
Such a great
first.
player, too. I had a chance to talk to her not too long ago. You know, I believe she's the one that's about to study psychology, but it's just so interesting to see them when they come out of the court and be able to talk and know that, they do have something going on aside from this, but they put so much focus into the game when they're here. They have their head in the game. It's only sometimes when they get relaxed and they get those points, but right now, this is one of the last games that's going to be broadcasting, and they really are showing out. I'm not sure if it's the last game for them, but it is. Now they scored 14 points. They're 14-9 with the Lady Hawks are up.
And that was Miss Saren Autoraki,
Oh,
number
there you
8,
go.
putting
Yes.
up the latest points for the Hawks. And I completely agree with you. When you're watching these games, and even though it is late in the season.
There we go, another points for the opponent team. They're now 11. I didn't grab who was that did that.
And as we're taking a look, we used to say that, in our opinion, a lot of these games came down to free throws.
Number
and then
2. Yes.
Came down to free
that
throws.
was Ariana Vieira.
Free throws and 3 points. And right now, with the score of the 16-11, it's only a 2-possession game.
Yes.
And I think that when you get into these 1 to 2 possession games, it's easy to fall into, I've got a lead, I can take a breather. I don't have to move as hard and as fast.
No.
And if anything, I think complacency and that mindset has been what's plagued the Hawks through the season.
Yes.
And with today, we're taking a look going under the net on the near side. We have 3 fouls committed by the Titans of St. Pete College already versus this is the first foul of
The Lady Hawks.
the Lady Hawks, as we're taking a look at almost 2.5 minutes of play left.
Yes, definitely. Now we've got 16 to 13 with the Lady Hawks are up. We're hoping that they finish this first period strong.
And so far, they've put on a very strong,
but it's almost point for point right now.
It's possession for possession.
Yes.
And this is another part that we've not really talked about too much is the defensive stand. We've seen a couple of defensive takeaways. We've seen a couple of defensive rebounds as number 8, Miss Sarah Naraki, comes down with a rebound. But on the offensive side of this?
Look at that.
Offensive rebounds are going to play a crucial part in the game, trying to stop the
100%.
possessions before they can convert. Because every possession you let go is possible points left on the board.
Right.
Good hard coverage under the net. You can see we're kind of a little bit more of definitely a zone defense than the man-to-man than what we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing more of a flexible shifting to a man on the outside, moving to zone with the motion. But tonight we're really kind of lined up, focused defensively.
I think so. Yes.
And there you can see Coach Springs. Even though you've got the lead, you're trying to see why are you fouling on a 1-possession game. Because now you have the opportunity for, if they go to the line on a 2-point, now it's a 1-point game. You got to be cognizant. There's a difference between playing aggressively and playing recklessly. You've got to be able to keep that aggression in check and the emotions in check to execute what you're doing on the field and on the court.
Definitely.
Under a minute in the first right here. Hard pass under from bounces right off.
Yeah,
Nina Green, she made the pass and comes down with the offensive rebound, which is what we've talked about just a couple seconds ago.
Who's this number 1?
Miss Sharon Adjuano. And that's
we
the
haven't
name
talked
we
to her
haven't
too
talked
much.
about her
No,
very
we
much
have
this
not.
season. You're
She's
right.
actually a freshman from Barking Abbey Academy. She's from the UK, and she's a point guard, 5'9". I mean, I've not seen her interact much. I think maybe it's one of the few times that I've actually seen her. So, good player to follow and see what she's all about as a point guard.
Definitely, and we've got, looks like a out of bounds, so it will be coming into play, brought in by number 2, Miss Ariana Vieira. Pass over to Nina Green.
As we have less than 15 seconds on the clock.
Less than 15 seconds in the first. What's your opinion about what you've seen so far?
I think that maybe because we're getting to the end of the season that they're really showing out tonight, and I'm hoping that they keep this energy and bring the winning score to the Hawks tonight.
And with that buzzer brings us to the end of the first. And as the players take a break, we're going to go ahead and get ready to send it over back to the sideline with Miss Olivia Tomlinson for a sideline report. Go ahead and take it away, ma'am.
The free throws. I have not seen the free throw work that they've been putting out since a couple games ago. So seeing it now in person is so exciting. As much as there has been heat on the court, there's also been a lot of heat on the bench. Chris Springs, I've heard tale, is very passionate, and seeing him on the court live is just another thing entirely. He is so passionate and so respectful to his players coming in and going out. It's just incredible. Anyway, back to you guys at the bench.
Thank you, Liv. I know. I did warn her. That she was going to have a show out there. Yes, she was, definitely.
Piggybacking off of that comment, did you hear what Coach Springs said when they came off the bench?
No, I didn't catch it.
As they were coming off and getting ready, the first thing that Coach Springs says,
I can't hear you.
That
There we
coach.
go.
So the first thing that Coach Springs had said to his team as soon as they came off was, "Stop and look at me. If you are on the court and you don't know who the three-point shooters are over there, you shouldn't be on the court." And with a
Is he
one,
wrong, though?
he is not. On a one-possession game, you have got to keep that focus. You can't get so wrapped up in what the ball is being
Exactly.
passed around.
He's
You've
not
gotta,
wrong.
You've got to know where these threats are. So when we're talking about, the professional coaching, as number 23, Miss Lydia Mabaya, goes up and looks like, I guess they're not going to call that one because it looked like a foul. So that bucket was negated.
There we go with Nina Green again, having control of the ball, handing it over to Miss Danica. Back to number 2.
Right off of the
she
side there.
really
Comes
tried. But she has done really good with three-pointers too, Miss Danica, in the
Yes.
past.
One thing that I'm seeing from the Hawks that is kind of something that has always kind of struggled is trying to force a play. If the
Yes.
play's not there, extend it. Don't feel like you have to make an attempt on something.
No, definitely, yes. I completely agree with what you're saying.
And it looks like we're heading to the free throw line. Miss Trinity Harris is going to be making her way over and up and in with a good attempt right there. And this is where we were just talking about as we were coming to a close in the first right there. Such a close game. How many points are you willing to give up off of the free throw line because your emotions got out of check?
I think it's a very risque move to lose those points with those free throws.
And that is definitely something that Coach Springs, as soon as that foul was called, you heard his reaction because he knew that that was one that you don't have to give up 2 points for.
And like right now, we're 16 to 15, so it can go anywhere this game right now.
Hard steal, number 12, Ms. Catherine Gillamine takes it all the way down off of the rebound and then hard contact up under the net right there on that drive.
I just think that tonight the Lady Hawks are more focused in the game and wanting to make sure that they bring the win home. This is the last game that's being broadcasted here.
I would love to close it. I would love to close it out on a doubleheader win tonight. That would really make the rest of my week just a little bit easier.
But we'll see what the men's bring tonight. It's just right now it's all about the ladies.
And that's right. And you mentioned it. This is part 1 of a doubleheader tonight. Immediately following this broadcast on YouTube, we will be broadcasting the men's game as well. But since you're tuned in right now, we have a barn burner going on.
A barn burner?
Or take it back to old WWE, WWF. It's a slobber knocker out there on the court. Got to bring it back. Got to keep giving it life. And a force out of bounds is going to be a change in possession coming back over to the Hawks.
As we bring number 2, which is Miss Sharon Anduaho. I messed up that name.
Ajuano. There we go.
Okay. This is what I have you for, Brandon, over here.
And now we're starting to kind of see the difference like we talked about in the pregame with how the benches and the ins and outs are going to go. St. Pete has been fluid, changing people in and out, getting them off. So it's almost like every time someone steps on the court, it's like a fresh team all over again, as it looked like number 23, Miss Lydia Mabaya, goes up, brings 2, now taking a lead at 17 to 16 over the Hawks.
We cannot have that. But do you see how confidently the Lady Hawks, even if they miss that three-pointer, they're willing to shoot that ball from such a distance to get that three-pointer? It's just they've been. You missed that three-pointer. Did you just not see that? From the opponent team.
Did.
From the opponent team.
I looked down because I was going to do my best Ben Tilley, and I was going to say, well, since you mentioned three-pointers coming from the Hawks.
No, now the St. Pete College Titans are in the lead because they just did a three-pointer.
Right now, the Hawks are averaging 29.4 three-point attempts per game. Their made is at 8.5. So you're looking at around a 28.8% making of
Okay.
their three-pointers. But like you said, they're not afraid to go out there and do
try.
that,
Yeah.
which is good to see on it. Now, if we were to take a look at over at the
St. Pete College?
St. Pete College Titans, they are averaging about 11.1 attempts per game and converting 2.9 of those at 26.2. So even though they're shooting less, they're almost right at the 28%, just like the Hawks are. This is one of those games where I think with
We did it again?
with everything going on, as the Hawks put 2 on the board, cutting the lead to 22-18, even though the Titans may not take as many, they're converting more often.
Yes.
So that's going to play, in my opinion, a big part, because by the numbers right now, we should be seeing kind of a closer game than 24-18 as we get ready to move back to the free throw line.
Let's see what we have going on over here. Who's this player at number 1 for the St. Pete College Titans? She is
Number
Ezria
12. No, that
Pierre-
was number
oh,
12.
number 12.
Miss Catherine Goulamé, who we have called a couple times,
Yes,
a
you did.
sophomore out of North Miami, Florida, and went to Monsignor Edward Pace for her
Okay.
last school.
Oh. Let's see what's going on over here. So right now, Lady Hawks are 18. St. Pete College Titans are 25. What do you think is going to happen?
I would
We're at
hope
6:27 at the clock.
I would hope that we're able to see the Hawks really begin to get the emotions into check. I would like to see them try to let a play unfold instead of trying to force a play, because that has always, I don't want to say always, but more often than not backfired, because they're not able to get their offensive rebound. They're taking shots that they probably shouldn't take when they could take just a couple more seconds.
I can see that. I can see that.
But it's also a very tricky part when you're down by 7 and it's coming up to 5 minutes of play in the second period. You're getting ready for halftime. You don't want to get in your head to where that 7-point lead becomes 10, becomes
Yes,
12.
definitely.
So there's still plenty of basketball that's left to be played as we see that hard coverage there. Miss Nina Green and Miss Peyton Flournay on a double team right there, forcing the out of bounds to get the possession back. Your defense is there. Now you got to start really locking in your offense.
And I mean, usually you see also the two main players that do this together are Miss Sharon Andojanwo, I keep on messing it up, and Peyton Fernie. They're always together. And then, you know, I've seen where, you know, sometimes coach brings them both into benches them both. So right now, number 2 is benched. Someone else is out there right now in her place. And I don't know what's going on over here. I feel like
This is one thing that
this is the part where, like, okay, we're not playing defensively enough.
there's a lot of loose coverage right there.
Yes.
And one thing that I'm really kind of seeing is these quick passes are throwing off the defense from knowing if they're going to be swapping into their zone
Definitely.
man-to-man. Now,
Okay,
watching the
let's see what's
monitor
going on
here, take a look at the coverage that the Titans are bringing down as a hard deflect there by Miss Callie Harris from the Titans. And it looks like we have a timeout with 4:45 left in the second. And with this timeout, we're going to go ahead and send it over
Back to Miss
Miss
Olivia.
Olivia for a quick sideline report. Take it away, ma'am.
Thank you guys so much. It has been a lot of fun watching on the sideline recently. There's been a lot of action on the court, a lot of three-point shots from the corners from the Hawks that just haven't been connecting and haven't been getting those points that they need. So we hope to see that improve in the next quarter. Hopefully bringing back number 8 on the Hawks team will solidify that. I know she was very vital in that first quarter. We'll see. Sending it back to you guys.
Thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful
That
out
was
there,
a
huh? She's a
great sideline,
pro.
great sideline report there. When we're looking at it, you've got your key players on the court. You've got everything clicking the way you want. Your communication is there. It's just the plays. They're not ending the way they want. When I was talking a little bit earlier about the rebounds, taking a look at how they're able to
The
do
Lady Hawks?
the Lady Hawks, they are averaging 9.5 offensive rebounds per game, whereas their defensive rebounds are 21.4 per game. You're well below double of what your offensive rebounds are doing when you have probably just as many players under the net on these three-point attempts and these
Absolutely.
layups that don't go in. So if we're going to start closing these gaps, I personally would love to see a harder stance on the offensive side to
Yes.
get these plays to convert.
Oh, I know that Coach Springs is going to scream at that because he does not like to see that. He does not like to see those moves under the net like that.
Yes, and it goes back to the fundamentals of basketball. Keep your feet always moving. Keep an eye on what the ball is
Yeah,
doing.
because it almost feels like they're throwing the ball and closing their eyes.
And when you get into,
You can't just wing it.
you can't wing it. Not when you're in these environments that are so competitive.
And
Winging it.
just like when I've had the chance to talk to Coach Springs, and he mentions it, there goes another 2 points for the opponent team, the St. Pete College Titans.
And that was Miss Trinity Harris again moving up and putting in another 3-point.
Oh, there we go. That's exactly what we needed to see. At 3 minutes and 34 seconds, the Lady Hawks scored a three-pointer, bringing the score up to 23-28. Got another quick break. Take it away to Miss Liv Tomlinson. Liv, what do you got going on over there?
Hey guys, not a lot's happened since we last called for a timeout. But again, a couple more corner shot 3 points from the Hawks that just aren't connecting. Obviously, we don't know what the strategy is. We don't know what they're doing, but we look forward to seeing what happens in the next quarter. Send it back to you.
Thank you, Liv. But we did see that three-pointer that just
We
happened.
did. I didn't happen to see who had
I
shot it. I would love to
I
give
just
them the
saw it
credit
as I
for
glanced
it.
over, and I was like, wait a second, we just got a three-pointer over there. So, but it's true what she's saying. Like, these three-pointers that they are attempting, they are not connecting. And maybe
Yes.
they need to change their strategy. Even if they are trying, what they need to do is not try. If they know they can't make that three-pointer, then pass the ball on to the next player, you know?
That's what
Keep
you
on
and I-
playing more, offensively
Don't
over there.
force it.
Yes.
Don't force
Do
the
not
play.
force the point, because you're not going to make the point if you're, again, shooting blindly, which it feels like what they're doing when they do those three-pointers.
And just kind of hoping that something manifests into
And
points on the board.
you can see right now with Ms. Nina Green, she's playing defensively, but she is also letting those emotions show in the court.
Yes.
And you do not want to do that.
Miss Sarah, number 23, Miss Melania
There we go.
Stevenson from the outside, dropping a hard three-point, which was in retaliation for number 30, Miss Heaven Sanders, the point guard sophomore from the Titans, putting three up just before that one. So I got both of them their credit.
I
We're
know.
good to go.
It's just sometimes I see number 23 playing, and I wonder if she picked that number just because of Michael Jordan, you know? But when I see her, I'm like, she plays really good. She does deserve that number. You know what I mean? She does play so smoothly. It's like she doesn't skip a beat. She does not skip a beat.
And we are getting ready, looks like, back over for another free throw attempt here
From St. Pete College
from
Titans.
St. Pete Titans. And number 12, Miss Catherine Gilliam.
And she
Gilliam.
made the point
And she did. So now,
for the free throw.
33. When you're coming under 2.5 minutes of play, we've seen that St. Pete, though not as deep on the bench, is not afraid of a physical basketball game. This has been a very defensive, in-your-face, just kind of grinding. Here, the shot clock
Let's see what
counting down.
happens. Oh,
Hard
and
shot
there
from the
goes
outside.
again.
We've got Miss Melania Stevenson.
with those three-pointers. I'm telling you, at 2 minutes left in the clock, 29-33. But anything can happen in these last 2 minutes. So we're hoping the Lady Hawks
Defensive steal.
keep this dynamic. Miss Brianna Ben Let's see, Brianna. Are you going to bring it? Okay, she's handing it over.
Quick passes to
Nina
the
Green.
outside.
Oh, come on, Nina. Oh, no, just almost. And there we go to the other side of the court with the St. Pete College Titans.
And you've got a 33-29
Oh, my
game
goodness.
coming up on 90 seconds left in the first half here.
I have to say, I mean, I know that Lady Hawks all day, every day, but these women out here, these Titans, they play a pretty strong ball game.
They are playing a very,
Yes.
I think in a way,
It's like they're coordinated.
they have a very good coordination. They understand where their teams are supposed to
There
be.
we go, 32-33. What you're saying? I am
Miss
not. I
Melania
am
Stevenson
beyond,
again.
beyond right now.
Now,
I don't know what Miss Liv Tomlinson is seeing from the sidelines, but I am telling you something. She's gonna say a lot when she comes back.
I will say I am looking forward to the sideline report after the first half
totally
because we always send it over there and then come back
At
for a
1
little
minute
bit.
left on the clock.
1
Mr.
minute.
Brandon,
Back to
1
the free
minute left
throw
on the
line,
clock.
Miss Trinity Harris. Now,
32-33. I am like, no. No, no, no.
and a hush falls over
Rebound.
the gymnasium as they make their way to the free throw line.
Rebound.
Number 4, Miss Trinity Harris.
Yes. I know. I'm just so terrible, but I am for the Lady Hawks all day, every day.
And right now, Miss Trinity is 2 for 3 from the line.
I have to be unbiased, I know. Here's doing the sideline, this commentating here for the team.
So taking a look at the Titans there as she converts and goes
We need another
3 from
three-pointer.
4 for the evening here.
Oh,
The
they
Titans-
just handed that ball over.
The
They
Titans average 14.9 free throw attempts per game, making 9.1 of those shots. Their percentage is 61.3 from the free throw line as we're making our way almost now. 39 seconds left. Now, if we compare
gosh.
that 61% of, let me see, where.
I know Ben is missing out so much tonight.
Now, the
But-
Lady Hawks, in comparison, they average 16.1 attempts per game, making 11.3 of those with a 70%.
No
so,
way.
as a hard drive underneath, you can see that they're fighting for the ball.
Yes, did
but
you see what just happened?
I did that down on the court, trying
Yes.
to maintain that
Nina
possession.
Green also felt was like, what's going on over here? You see Coach Springs
Yep.
working himself up. Because he saw what just took place over here.
But I like Coach Spring's coaching style because if you're trying to get to the next level, you want to go to continue playing basketball, maybe in a different division or at a different college for our sophomores who are looking at getting ready to move on. That's how they coach up there in
Oh my gosh.
the upper other divisions. You know?
And that's it. Oh, they
And
tried.
that goes up. And that buzzer is the end of the first half, and we're going to be taking a break here in just a moment. But before we do, we're going to send it over to Miss Olivia Tomlinson for a quick little sideline report getting us into halftime.
What an insane half, guys. We are in a 2-point game right now. The crowd is holding their breath. We are in favor of the Hawks right now, obviously, but with the 2-point back, we're feeling a little bit put to the side. I don't know. The early lead seems to have faded away, and finally we had the corner shot, Repitz Rewards with 23, Milena. But we're lacking some defense, I fear. I think there are some holes that we could possibly patch that might lose the game. We don't know. We're excited to be here on the sideline, but we're more excited just to see where everything goes. So back to you guys at the bench.
Thank you for that, Miss Olivia. That was a fantastic report, and I
Oh
agree
my
with her.
gosh, yes.
I absolutely agree that the thing that's lacking right now is the defensive stands in conjunction with the offensive rebounds. They have the speed out there on the court. They've gotten a couple steals. They've managed to get their free throws as they're going.
Let's
But
just see what
I just think there's
happens.
enough of a little bit of a slip right there that if they can fix it during halftime and they come out strong in the second and half of the game, I think we're going to stay pretty close like this and it'll be a good game. And that means you do not want to take a break, even though we're going to take one. And we will be right back and we will catch everybody back here on YouTube Sports, Hawk TV, Hillsborough College, as game one of the doubleheader goes into halftime. And we will see you guys back here shortly.
Thank you. those 3 pointers from Miss Melina Stevenson in the last quarter. I mean, I'm hoping she does continue to bring that energy. There's always a little shift when they change sides of the court. So when they start playing on the opposite side, sometimes it takes them a little bit, but I'm hoping that they correct that defense issue. Let's play
Yes.
a little bit more defensively, and kind of like close in on those holes, so that way the opponent team, the St. Pete College Titans, don't score those points. We
Yes.
want to take the win home tonight, and we're hoping that we do so. What is going on over
Looked
here?
like there
I
might
don't-
have been a
What is going
a
on?
travel or a double dribble, change in possession.
Yes.
And for
that
those of
really
you
that was very awkward.
For those of you tuning in live on YouTube, of course, this is Hawk Sports TV, a college production of Hillsborough College here in Tampa, Florida. Everything from the camera operators, our sideline reporters, our individuals behind the scenes, everything student ran, student driven, bringing you this product, and happy to do so. So wanted to give a shout out to everybody behind the scenes for making this possible for us tonight and making us sound and look so good with the
Yes,
lighting
I feel like
over.
the audio is super crisp tonight. I think we're every game we're fine tuning, because again,
Everyone.
we are students. We do have our part of our instructor team behind us, making sure that the cameras are running great. But they just kind of tell us what to do, and we go with what they're telling us to do. And I mean, we're doing an amazing job. We come together every game day, show face, build up, break down.
Yep.
It is such an amazing thing to watch. I feel that I feel that we're in the right place with the radio and television broadcast program here. We're here at Del Mabry campus doing this game, but we are in Ybor City. So if you're interested, and come join us and become broadcasters just like ourselves.
And speaking of amazing jobs, have you seen how the Hawks have come out in just the first minute and a half of
Yes,
play
they
here
are
in the
not
third?
letting the opponent team take any points right now.
The
Now we're-
defensive stands up under the nets
Oh,
that we were talking
but
about. We had a couple
Just
rebounds.
let it go. Just let it go.
And that was number 4, Miss Trinity Harris, who we continually say throughout
Yes.
this game, putting the lead now to 36
And
to
she's a
32.
freshman for their college. She's a freshman.
36-35
Ay,
as
ay,
the
ay.
Hawks return in kind with a 3-point, cutting that lead from the Titans down to 1. And whatever Coach Springs said in there during the halftime down in the locker room, the Lady Hawks seem, I don't want to say more controlled, but they seem more composed.
Yes.
There's a little bit more.
I feel like yes, they're thinking, they're more methodical about it.
Number-
More methodical.
Number 10, Miss Brianna
Brianna Ben, number
goes up.
37, bringing it up to the lead, 37 to 36 by 1 point. But let's see what happens. Oof, ooh.
Just bounces
Rebound.
around. And there was one of those, like you just called it. That was an opportunity for that defensive rebound right there with everybody. There's a lot of white jerseys as a defensive steal. Hard pass
Ooh,
down.
look at
Number
that.
0, Miss Nina
It's
Green
so
goes
good.
up
And
2 points.
Bringing the score up 39 to 36 with the Lady Hawks in the lead. Oh my goodness. The
And-
intensity is building in this game. We are not here to lose tonight. We do not want to lose tonight.
And now you're starting to
So
maybe
got one
feel a
foul.
little bit of that momentum change as we're going to have a quick little inbound here. Might have been
Yes.
some contact
There was
on
a
the
foul.
backcourt. And momentum is it's an easy thing to ride, but it is a hard thing to build.
Yes.
Even in just that little bit of a break where
That
they
was
called that
intense.
foul, even here at the bench, we can feel our heart rate coming down a little bit.
Yes.
That little surge was right there, and it just took a hard little pause.
There we go.
Because you want to keep, once you start getting that pressure
Brianna Ben,
built,
let's see. Brianna, oh, just barely made that.
start feeling that pressure building, you want to keep it on, and you don't want to risk those fouls to lose that little bit right
Yes,
there.
that little streak.
And it looks like Miss Brianna is going to be heading to the free throw line for her first attempts here this evening.
Yeah, let's hope that she gets these free throws, because, first one missed.
And just off to the side there.
Just off to the side, yes.
But Miss Brianna has really, really, like we were talking in the first half, she's going to be one of those ones that you want to build that program not around but with, because
Yes.
she's going to be there able to produce those teaching and leadership moments because of games like tonight or the ones that they've had
Exactly.
in the past where they've seen the hard open and then all of a sudden the taper. You want that experience on the court with you as you go into a new season.
Oh, what is going on out here?
Looks like there was just a little bit of contact,
Yes,
so
there
maybe a
was.
technical, so they're going to inbound. Titans bringing it in from the far side net.
Look at how together the Lady Hawks were moving right now, though.
And I
They're
can I
moving
can
from side.
definitely
You can-
say, looking at the screen,
Oh, yes.
you can see that we feel
There
comfortable.
we go. And they're, making sure that they don't score. They are making sure that the Titans do not score tonight.
The problem is now we're heading back to the free throw line
And that's where
with
we
number
get
30,
worried.
Heaven Sanders.
That's where we start to get worried because, I mean, we're 39-36 with the Lady Hawks in the lead, but now we've got 37 because they made that free throw. And this is what we were talking about. Like these free throws, I mean, take a breather, throw the ball. I mean, they're like, for example, Miss Brianna Ben, she usually scores that net from that distance
Right.
for her to miss those free throws, So it's too late in the game for us to make those little mistakes that can cost us so much more at the end.
That is something that me and Mr. Tilley have talked about probably
I
ad
hear ya.
nauseum, to the point where even our viewers get tired of hearing about free throws and three-pointers.
I hear it all the time.
With these types of games, one possession, two possession games, that you can't afford to not make any attempt that you're
No.
really trying.
There goes Miss Melena Stevenson to control of that ball, pass it over to Danica. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, almost.
Making
No,
our
no,
way
no.
back
This
down.
is what needs to. This is what we're saying, that we need to make these quick corrections and make them quick before we are in a worse position. In
2
a worse
points.
position like right now. 1 point in the lead from the opponent team.
2 points from almost behind the
Oh,
glass on that
gosh.
side.
There we
as
go. Point for point right now. Now we're going to take a quick break. I think we're going to bring it over to the sideline. Miss Olivia Tomlinson, what do you have over there for us?
It's been a quieter third quarter. I'm feeling the energy has kind of come down. However, the energy from Coach Springs has definitely stayed at 100%. I'm struggling to tell the difference between shouts of excitement and shouts of frustration. So just in case you felt that you were too, you're not alone. It's getting very, very close. We're in a 1-point game and we're looking to kind of shake things up on the court. Hopefully, I'm hearing a lot of shouts of defense from the Titans, and I'm hoping we hear some from the Hawks as we move into the next segment. Back to you guys at the bench.
Thank you, Miss Olivia, for that report from the sidelines. I'm liking what I'm seeing over at the sidelines. Really not.
I as well. But I love that she said, I don't know if it's from frustration or excitement, but it's really an interesting way that those two meet in the middle sometimes. You can be so excited and frustrated, and it's just you get that deep little off of the sideline because
Yes.
you want that so bad. And if you could take that and bottle it up and give it to your players, you would have an undefeated streak that
Oh my goodness.
no
yes.
college would ever pass again. And that's the part about being a coach that's often the hardest, is conveying that passion and that excitement
Onto
and
your
wanting
players.
to see it out
Yes,
of your players.
exactly. And I think, Coach Springs is so great when it comes to coaching. Like, I feel his engagement, him paying attention to all his players. He may have impact players, but he treats them all the same. They're all just as important. They're all as essential together. Because when you
Yes.
work together, you're a team. There's no I in team.
No.
You know?
And
We learned that a long time ago.
this is something. We have another
Another.
timeout.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. What's
So
going on
let's
here?
go ahead and
See.
since Miss Olivia brought up that excitement, I'm interested to know what she is wanting to see out of Coach Springs. So we'll get ready to toss it over to her during this timeout about what she wants to see out of Coach Springs for this. Miss Olivia, take it away for us.
Hey guys, 1 point game again. It is so tight. It's probably the tightest I've ever seen being on the court here at Dale Mabry. I'm looking to see some more defense, and I'm sure you guys are too. I'm really interested as to how the plays are going to follow these next couple plays and into the final quarter. We'll see what they decide to do. But I'm looking to be surprised, hopefully, and I hope you are too. Sending it back to the bench.
100%.
I got no disagreement on that whatsoever.
None at all.
The
None
defense.
at all.
We talked about that we wanted to see these defensive stands really start making more of an impact. We wanted to see it underneath the rim. We wanted all of these things. And the Hawks right now are really, really bringing it to that forefront with the defense. Now the offense needs to kind of ease up under the goal, stop
Yep.
the fouls. We don't want to give up unnecessary points anymore. And we definitely want to see more of the offensive rebounds and the hard play when we're going through.
100%. Like, I am telling you right now, all I want to see is the Lady Hawks bring this win home tonight. Because exactly what Miss Olivia Tomlinson is saying about the defense, we need to make sure that we are protecting that ball. Like, we need to take the game back into the Lady Hawks and bring the win home. This is all I want to see tonight. You know, it feels great to be here commentating with you tonight, Brandon, but I feel that we need to make sure that these Lady Hawks are staying in the game, staying focused. And that's one of the things that I'm seeing from the St. Pete College Titans. They keep their cool. They have not let their emotions show.
Not yet. There's
No,
not
not at
watching
all.
you know what? I hadn't even actually noticed that. But as I'm looking at our monitor and I'm checking out over on the court, each face on the Titans is almost neutral. It's almost they're just right there in the moment, focused. Whereas you can kind of start to see some of the frustration coming off of not only the Hawk bench, but on the court as well.
But look at their coach is also very engaged. I mean, we have not been paying attention to the opponent team's coach, but I mean, I happened to take a glance over, and she is very diligent over here. I see her, interacting with her players just as much as Coach Springs is doing over here. So it's super exciting to see how both coaches are super engaged. Look, right now we're tied at 43-43 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. I mean, this game is building and building with the intensity. And all we want to see is make sure that we break this tie in the favor of the Lady Hawks tonight.
You mentioned the intensity. You mentioned the way that it's starting to feel in here. This is actually between the coaches and even in the stands. This is one of the louder games that we've called here in the gymnasium, which always makes the game that much more fun. When
100%.
the fans are into it, when the coaches are really into it, that's when it just becomes entertaining, I guess would kind of be almost the best way.
Yes, I mean, and we're definitely trying to gain control of that ball, but I feel that the defense is still a little on the shorter end tonight. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but definitely there's just something going on that they just need to keep sure that they keep their head in the game. In the game right now, 43-43. We're about to have a free throw over here from the St. Pete College Titans, and they did break that tie, so now they're in the lead, 44-43. What do you think is going on right now with the Lady Hawks?
I think that they are really kind of walking as number 12, Miss Catherine Gilliam, goes ahead and puts up 2 for 2 on that. I think that the Hawks, they're feeling good moving into the half, but at the same time, there's almost, I don't want to say a hesitancy, but there's a almost frustration.
I understand what you're saying.
They're frustrated that they can't build a bigger lead.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
a little bit of frustration that the
Brianna,
3 points are
so-
not connecting.
That is totally. I don't think that they're going to make that. They're not going to give them those points. No, they are not.
So we'll have an inbound off of the
Yes,
foul because
definitely.
it was blown
Yeah, no, I
blown
don't
dead
think-
right there.
They really tried, but they're not going to get that point. So right now we're 43 to 45 with the Lady Hawks in the losing. I'm hoping that in these last couple of minutes of this period that they go ahead and redeem themselves, because I feel like now, they came out a little strong, but I think a little too calm. You know what I mean? A little too calm, and I feel like they need to kind of make sure they continue to keep their head in the game. The game is not over yet. The game is not over.
One line that we used prior to the break was, what were we were? I just lost my train of thought right
no
there.
worries.
Live on YouTube at Hillsborough College
Yes.
on game 1 of a doubleheader with the ladies basketball team playing. That's what I was going to say. You mentioned that they're intense, but they've pulled back so far.
A little bit. I feel like they've pulled back a little bit. I mean, they started a little bit intensely. Now they're kind of like, we see the expressions that Coach Springs is giving us out here. He's getting frustrated. I don't even think he's yelling right now. He's just.
But to tie in with that, we mentioned that this is where I was going to go just a couple seconds before. There's a difference between playing aggressive and playing reckless. Since this half, when we were in the first half, there was 3 fouls on the Titan side, 4 for the Hawks. But take a look at here in the half. Here in the half, the Hawks have 4 fouls
Yes.
just in the first almost 8.5 minutes. The Titans have only put up 2. Every time you foul, you're giving a chance to have a lead extended or not be able to do anything with it, as number
Yes.
23, Melania Stevenson, steps up to the line
And scores.
and
Thank
scores.
goodness.
She's now 3 for 3 tonight. Boy, the more fouls that you commit because you're playing that reckless because you want that ball back so bad,
Right.
gives a chance for that lead to be extended on you that
Exactly.
you might not be
And
able to
she
come
scored that
back
other
from.
free throw, so we're at 45 to 47. We still want to see a little bit more of that, filling in the holes of that defense.
Yes, you want to see those defensive holes filled, and also you want to make sure that you're not overextending yourself. You and I are veterans. You and I know what it's like to go from a high intensity, high adrenaline situation and then to try to regulate yourself.
Yes.
And then to engage right back into it. One of those things that the first thing that starts to crack is your composure. Because you're so up, you're so down, you're bouncing all over the place that all of a sudden your face is showing it. You can feel that muscle tension. Conversely, you mentioned the Titans and the way that they're playing and their faces. Looking at the monitor, you can't even really tell that they're in a basketball game. They're they're blank slated.
They're
they're
going.
playing the game.
They are definitely playing the game. They're not letting their emotions show out there. I don't even know what they're doing to communicate because it's just they are so seamless when it's moving. And then again, their coach is Denisha. I believe their coach is Denisha. She's out there. She's saying what she needs to say. I mean, she's getting upset. She's letting that intensity build up, but you don't see that frustration coming from her players. The St. Pete College Titans, they're just keeping their composure, like you said, straight face. No expression going on, making methodical moves, making sure that those holes are covered, playing a good defense, playing a good offense. They're doing what they need to do. So I think that, these two coaches bring a lot to the plate for these players.
So you can see Coach Denisha Davidson in the bottom of the screen there in the green
Yep.
shirt. She is not on her bench.
There she
She is not sitting down. She's following the play up and down
Yes,
the
she
court
is.
right there. Now, a little bit about Coach Denisha Davidson from the Titans. She's entering her 15th season as the
Oh,
Titans
wow.
head coach. Now, a couple of the accolades that when she from coaching, she has coached 7 All-State players. She coached the 2013 Southern Conference Player of the Year. She had led the team to a 17-game winning streak and
Oh, wow.
overall 24-8 and 14-1 in conference. Last season, when they went back to the Southern Conference champions, back-to-back. So you're talking about a coach who has even been named a 3-time Southern Conference Coach of the Year, 2011, 2013, 2014. When you have a decade and a half of experience, you've built that time there
Right.
and you've done it, the ability to coach a stoic-faced basketball team. They're not really yelling at each other. No one's really doing anything crazy.
What
Now,
is happening
we
here?
end the third quarter. 50-45 in favor of the visiting Titans. And with this, as they take a break, we're going to shoot it over to Miss Olivia for a sideline report as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter coming
oh my
up here
gosh.
soon.
Hi guys, welcome back. It has been an intense quarter thus far. I heard one of the commentators say this is one of the louder games that they've covered this season, and I don't know if it's just Coach Springs over there speaking up, but the crowd has been mostly silent over here, and I'm chalking it up to concentration. Speaking of concentration, we've seen some great plays for this quarter. My personal MVP, number 10, Brianna Benz, has been doing amazing this side of the court, flying in those neon pink shoes and landing a lot of layups. It's been fantastic. Despite that, we're in a 5-point game in favor of the Titans. So we can only hope that the Hawks find a way to bring it back in our final quarter of the final game. Sending it back to you guys.
Thank you, Miss Liv, for that sideline report. I mean, amazing. So her player is Brianna Ben, number 10 today. Oh my goodness.
Who's your player today?
I
Who
feel like,
who
I
are you
mean-
putting on if you're giving out your player of the game so
Right
far
now,
in the first
Miss
three?
Milena Stevenson
Miss
is my
Milena
player. Yes,
Stevenson,
definitely.
okay.
I mean, it's just today she's really outshone herself. It's just the way she keeps that cool, calm, collected demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
And even if right now we're at a 5-point, kind of like loss. I feel that we're still in a moment where they can redeem themselves. And I think Milena, if she shoots a couple more of those 3-pointers, we're going to bring it home,
And 2 points just went up there by the Titans on a far outside
I do
three-point
not want to
attempt.
hear that.
Now we have a quick pass to the outside there. For me, I think that I'm going to have to say,
For your player?
for my player, I'm going to say it's Miss Ariana Vieira. The defense,
Okay.
the defensive steals, the being in with the plays and working in conjunction with Danica Ballard and making these defensive stands. Because
I
if
see you.
if it wasn't for those two, I feel like this game would have blown up much more. But
Right.
by that defensive stand that Miss Ariana is providing, as well as Miss Danica, I think they're really kind of
I
holding this
am
to
so
where it's a
worried
little
right
bit
now.
closer.
Because the away team is in the lead by 54-45 by exactly 9 points ahead. And I need to see some 3-pointers.
But
I need to see some 3-pointers from the
This
Lady
is
Hawks.
what we've talked about earlier, where once you start seeing the tide change, you start feeling that pressure of I have to make a play.
Exactly.
So you're seeing more shots that you could tell they're not confident in. You're starting to see more shots that they're trying to force that play to cause a momentum swing.
Yes.
And it's going to be very easy if the Hawks are not careful to get into their heads, and all of a sudden we're in a familiar part of the pool where it's a 10-point going into 2 minutes in the game trying to close
Let's
it
see
up.
what Milena Stevenson has to do here. She passed the ball over. Oh my goodness, to Brianna. Oh, and there you have it again. I don't know what to tell you right now, Mr. Brandon Scott. I do not know what to tell you.
I think that for me, sitting where
Oh, we got that 3-pointer. We got that three-pointer from Miss number 11, Peyton Fournier. I cannot believe. I can believe, because right now this is what we need to see. Okay, she's got her head in the game right now. Miss Peyton Fournier has her head in the game. She's doing what she needs to do. She got control of the ball. Now Brianna's got control of the ball. Bringing it back to Miss Nina Green. Come on, Nina. Pass the ball. Let's see. And let's see what happens. And yes, we made it. We're 51-56. I cannot believe the intensity is building. 5 points away from tying this game. I am in shock. I'm telling you that Miss Peyton Flornay has her head in the game right now. Look at how she's protecting that ball. Look at how she's playing more defensively in this last period of the second quarter. I cannot even believe what's happening right now.
We
just need to see it. We just need to see it. Come on, man.
Looks like that was a travel, so we'll have a change.
Yes, it was. It was a travel.
Now, as we're looking, you can see Coach Davidson over here for the Titans, up on the court here.
Coach Springs over here.
Is over here, right
it's like
there.
A crossfire.
Now, I want to point this out. We said it was Coach Davidson's 15th year with St. Pete over there. Coach Springs has started here in the 2016-2017 season. So we have almost a decade with Coach Springs. These two coaches have played against each other from St. Pete to Hillisborough for 10 years. They know each other. They know each other's coaching styles. They're able to kind of take a look at that.
Brianna got the ball because Nina did not. Oh, my goodness. This is exactly what I wanted to see. 53-58. Come on, we can get these 5 points and go beyond.
So
we can get these 5 points and go beyond. Play that defense really good, please, Lady Hawks.
You really need to shut down the inside lane. You can't let them up under the net because they have shown right there. They've shown
exactly
how
what
good.
You don't want it. Yes.
They are so good at driving the lane and making that. So you almost have to completely cut that off and work the outside three-point as number 23 goes up, puts it over and in.
Yes.
55-60.
Melena Stevenson, I know she wants to make those three-pointers, but at this moment in time, if we can do the 2 points, that is all I need to see to make sure that we bring it past the score that we see right now, 55-60.
And now here's something else to take a look at. The action is going up. We have a travel, we'll have a change in possession, but there's been no fouls in almost the first 5 minutes of play.
Great.
And now you're really starting to see that game being won by coaching. Whoever is the best coach and whoever plays the best basketball right now is going to be the one in the next 5 minutes that goes away with that victory.
Let's see what happens. I don't know. It can be anyone's game at this moment. Just hoping that it's the Lady Hawks game tonight.
Taking a look at my score pad here, offensive rebound number 5, Khalees Smith goes
Oh my gosh.
Taking a look as I'm looking.
You look down for a moment and then
it's gone.
The
action is so fast.
And yes, it is just like I cannot believe right now what's happening, but we're trying to get control of that ball. And we saw Miss Peyton Florney. Coach Springs getting upset. This is all the dynamic that we're seeing in the last few minutes. Less than 5 minutes left of this game. Let's take it away to Miss Olivia Tomlinson. Oh, are we going to go for? Yes, we are going on a quick timeout. Liv, take it away.
Thanks, guys. It sounds like the crowd may have heard me last time we sidelined because it sounds like they have risen from the dead and back onto their feet. We are tight in this game, as we have been this entire game. Everyone who's been watching has seen it's been close the whole time. So I think this might be the biggest gap we've had yet, and there's no room to breathe because we are in the final quarter, if you hadn't heard that correctly, and we are looking to clean things up nicely. Sending it back to you guys.
That was a good one. Risen
Yeah,
from the dead.
risen
Cr-
from the dead,
the
and
crowd has risen from the dead.
life has returned to the gymnasium as we have a 5-point game in game one of the doubleheader
With less than 5 minutes.
with less than 5 minutes in the fourth
Come
quarter.
on, Lady Hawks.
And I will say, it seems like everything that my broadcast partner has said or our sideline reporter has said, anything you guys wanted to see, we're starting to see. We're seeing the defensive stance. We're seeing a lot harder play on the defensive rebound under the net. Right now, it's really about who plays the best fundamental basketball, as Ben Tilley would say if he was here with us today. Who's doing the little things right? Who's doing the basics to get you across that finish line?
But it's just not the time for the basics. It's time for showing out all the training, all the practice that you've put in. This is the last game being broadcasted tonight. You can see how the coaches are so submerged in this last game. Let's bring it home. Like, what is going on? And then there goes again, St. Pete College. They're just playing. They're so neutral face, and they're just playing really well. And this is what I'm talking about.
Going back to the free throw line there. Now, number 2, Miss Ariana Vieira, who I was saying I thought was really being one of those impacts coming through one
Thank
from one
goodness.
off of this line. But this is
We need
exactly case in point of what we talked about. You had a 5-point lead. You made a foul, give up a point. Now it's a 4-point. If you, from the
Nope.
outside, deep three attempt on that one there. Now you got to focus on, let's see the steals. Let's force
Let's
a
see what's
turnover.
happening,
Let's
yes.
take these possessions
That's exactly
because
what
you are
happened.
still right there in the hunt for this game. It's 4 points, 60-40. It's your possession. Now this is the time when you start slowing it down, getting control of the shot clock, and
Tightening it up.
only taking the shots that you know you can make. Case in
Oh,
point,
my
right
goodness.
there.
There we go. Exactly. With Peyton Flurney making that three-pointer, I am, like, beyond right now. At the last few minutes, less than 4 minutes left on the clock, 59-60. We can do this. Lady Hawks can bring it home. Let's not let them have another point, please. There we go. Exactly what we
Good
wanted to see, Miss
defensive.
Brianna Ben. Number 10, bringing that ball back to our side of the court. Let's see, Danica. Yes, and she made that three-pointer at 62-60. This is unreal right now. We need to see more of this till the end of this.
And it looks like we have a quick little timeout here on the court. So as the fans catch their breath because they're going so hard, we're going to send it over to Miss Olivia Tomlinson for a sideline report. What do you got for us, ma'am?
You know what? I guess we
Looks
didn't have
like
a
that
chance.
was one of those old technical difficulties there.
We always hit one of those snags.
So,
You know, just like on the shopping cart of the online. Oh, and
nope.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Sending it back to you. Oh, there they are.
And as you can hear that little bit, we heard the crowd that has risen from the dead, exactly how Miss Olivia Tomlinson had mentioned.
It's to me, I'm almost thinking that this is going to be another one of those games. We're here at the broadcast desk
Number 2
with
got
a
that
hard
ball.
steal.
There
Number
you go. No,
Number two, Miss Ariana Vieira coming in with that steal on the defensive stand.
I saw that.
So now we're going to have, it looks like,
A quick timeout.
another quick timeout
Let's
now.
see if we can take it away to Miss Olivia Tomlinson and grab that last thing she said earlier. Liv, take it away. As we're trying to bring her over. What's happening right now, 62-60. Lady Hawks are up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh,
not much to say as we're still in a 2-point game, but the crowd is getting lively, and I am super excited to see what happens. Sending it back to you.
And here at the broadcast desk, I agree with her. It's amped up, like you were just saying. 3:30 left in the game, 2-point game. You forced the steal, Miss Ariana there, and as we're
That's not it. I mean,
and as
I
we're
think you should seek
really
CPS.
kind of working under this goal over here. We're taking a look, pass in to number 23, number 4.
I know. Right now we have a little bit of that interference happening. If you guys can listen to the intensity building up of the game right now, the score is 62-60 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left on the game. Sorry about that little interference that we had.
Trying to give them the in-home gymnasium effect. We want to make this broadcast as good as we can so you feel like you're here in the action with us.
In case you missed out. Now you know how it feels to be out here in the court watching the Lady Hawks playing against the St. Pete College Titans tonight, with the score being 63-60. Milena Steven missed that one-pointer. Let's go ahead and see what happens in the last few minutes of the game as the Lady Hawks bring it home, we hope.
So Melania Stevenson is now 5 for 6 coming from the free throw line this evening. So when you talk about your playmakers and who you're relying on, you can rely on Melania from the outside shooting the 3 points. You could trust her on the line. Right now, with the way that the Titans are playing, they're still playing 1 minute, 1 basketball as if this is the first. You're not seeing them tired. You're not seeing them expressive.
No, I mean, it feels like they can play another few more games.
Yeah, and the way, when I look at it, right now, if I know that I can rely on number 23 to go in and take these shots on the free throw, I want her to draw the foul. Drive it in, get fouled.
Yes.
If I can't get the layups, if I can't get the 3 points, at least give me a chance to put points on the board from the line.
Right now, I'm really in shock that they've benched number 8, Serene Otoraki, because she's usually out there during this time, during the last quarter of the game. I don't know, if there's a reason. Maybe Coach Springs wanted to see someone else out there tonight. But, I mean, I'm just hoping that we bring it home because right now the St. Pete College Titans just scored a one-pointer. So we're here 63-62. Lady Hawks are up by 1 point. We just need to get another couple of 3-pointers. Let's hope that Melena Stevenson at least brings a 2-pointer home to us. She's trying here, but that I'm telling you, the St. Pete College Titans play so defensively that they're just so seamless when they're doing that.
And those free throws that were made on the far side there, Miss Heaven Sanders, number 30, the sophomore from Ocala, Florida, and coming from Trinity Catholic High. When we're working these areas, you've got to be careful. You're a 1-point game.
Yes.
You can't force a play that's going to result in a rebound to potentially give up. But at the same time, you can't stop the shot clock as number 10, Miss Brianna Ben
scores a
goes up.
2-pointer, 65-62. That's all I need to see. Make sure that these Lady Hawks bring it home. Even though it's neck to neck right now, it's neck to neck. We cannot afford to lose tonight.
We are under 2 minutes of regulation. Right now, 65-62.
Lady Hawks. I thought no. I think it was
it a
not.
foul?
Yes, I think it was not.
Okay. I was going to say, I was about
I was
to
like,
circle
wait a
my-
second. Yeah, 62-64. We thought, but no, it was not.
And there you can see Coach Davidson really
She
trying
is,
to
yes.
get her team to stop making now on their
Melena,
side.
come on, Peyton. Can we do it?
Nope.
Oh, just not quite. as
Close.
the Titans take control of the ball. And oh no, say it ain't so.
Looked like there was a little bit of contact
Oh,
up
my
under the
goodness.
net, and we're going to be going back to the free throw line for 2 attempts. So now you have the chance where number 4, Miss Trinity Harris, now steps up to the line. If she goes 2 for 2, it's a 1-point game.
It is at 1 minute and 31 seconds left of this game. I cannot even. 63 is the score right now for the Titans. 65 for the Lady Hawks.
And number 4, Miss Trinity Harris, is now 4 for 5 tonight. Make that 4 for 6 tonight. Good rebound.
Yes.
0.
That's
Miss
exactly
Nina
the
Green.
rebound that we needed so that the Lady Hawks can get control of that ball.
It is a 1-possession game.
Let's see what
90
Brianna Ben is going to
seconds.
do right now. She is trying to see who she can throw that ball to, which of her players.
And of course,
She
for
wants
the,
to come in and bring it in herself.
when she goes,
67
she
to
goes
63.
up, puts it in.
But they did not make that point. They did not
Did
make
they
it.
call it dead on a foul?
It says
Was
it's on a
was it the charging?
bonus. It has a. They're going to be doing a free throw. I'm thinking
Nope, it just
Nope.
looks like it's just going to be an inbound change of
inbound.
possession.
Yep.
And when we're
Oh.
those are those little things that going from aggressive to reckless and tight and making sure you stay tight. Under 1 minute of play
No.
going on. Number 30 makes a hard drive up under the net, goes up.
And over.
And-
This is exactly, oh my gosh, at under a minute left. We've got
Goes
Mr. Brendan Scott standing up, getting ready to say something. He sits back down.
because
What?
you made the mistake of letting number 30 draw the foul, and now you have a 2-shot attempt to tie the game with under a minute in regulation. You are at 64 to
Ay, ay, ay.
65 in favor of the Hillsborough Hawks, but those little fouls and those free throws week after week, as it is now a tie game,
No,
comes back
say
to
it ain't
haunt
so.
the Hawks.
Haunt the Hawks. We cannot afford this right now.
Tie
At
game.
under 50 seconds.
Under 50 seconds, passing 20 seconds on the shot clock. Oh,
Come on,
There-
Brianna.
control the clock.
I know what they're
Control-
doing. I know exactly what they're doing.
But force a play. Force a play. Let it go
Yes.
to the outside. Number 23.
68 to 65. Come on.
Melania Stevenson coming through clutch with a 3-point
Oh,
attempt.
my goodness. I'm telling you, the intensity. Can we take it away to Miss Olivia Tomlinson and see how she's feeling out there? How is the crowd doing out there? Olivia.
Well, I can tell you ecstatically that the crowd is in fact just as ecstatic as I am. We are looking at a great game right now, probably one of the best that I've been able to witness since joining this crew here at Hawk TV. So I am genuinely so excited. That 3-point at the end, absolutely fantastic. 23, Milena has been doing a fantastic job this entire game. So I'm so excited as we get to the final to see how this pans out. It's been a real roller coaster, and I'm excited to share that with you guys. Back to you at the bench.
Thank you, Miss Olivia.
I love that she used the phrase roller coaster, because I feel like I'm on one. I'm up, I'm down, I'm trying to, it's so much is going on that this has probably been one of the funnest games that I've
It
called
really
here
has.
at the Dale Mabry campus.
It really
And
has.
For those of you who are tuned in and watching on YouTube, you guys are missing an absolutely
We're
outstanding game in
Under
person.
30 seconds of this game. We want to make sure we bring that win home. At 68 to 65, Lady Hawks are up. Let's just do what we need to do. Let's just do what we woke up and came to do here today and get that win tonight, ladies. Oh, my goodness.
And you can see the Titans are not afraid to
No,
drive.
they are not.
And they are not afraid to get in
67
there.
to 68. 21 seconds on that clock. What do you think is going to happen right now?
Right now,
It is-
if I'm Coach Springs and I'm in this timeout,
Ooh.
I am making sure that on this next inbound, I am trying to either get it to number 23, Melania Stevenson, has been outstanding from the outside tonight. If I can't get it over to number 23, I'm going number 10. I'm trying to get it to Miss Brianna Ben under the net to at least give me 2, because anything under that 2 is going to, if the Titans go and shoot their threes, which they've been very effective with tonight, they have the opportunity to go either 70 or 69. You've got to at least hit that 3 to give yourself that buffer zone.
Oh my gosh.
If you can't get the 3-point, don't force the 3, because
Get the
you
2.
get the 2. Make sure you lock up that win that way. Or you've got 20 seconds on the shot clock. You've got 21 on the game clock. Take it all the way down and hope that you can cut something off at the 1 second mark.
Oh my gosh, you saw how Melina jumped to grab that ball right now. At under 15 seconds left on the clock. We cannot afford for this to happen. We cannot afford for this to happen at the end.
Foul on
Oh
the
my
court,
goodness,
so we're
Coach
going to have an
Springs.
inbound coming at 14 seconds. So now, if you just, and a forced out. Coach Springs is not happy with that
Oh my
call,
gosh, what
as
is happening
as
here?
he's trying to have a conversation with the officials down. Does not like that call, that it is a change in possession with 13 seconds, and it looks like a timeout called, as now the script has completely flipped. So we're going to send it over. Let's get it over to Miss Olivia Tomlinson for probably the last sideline report of this game. Miss Olivia, how are you holding up over there?
It is intense, and the clock just went off, so I'm going to send it. I'm not even going to say anything.
When you are so excited in a game, you can't even get the
No,
words out.
no,
That's
you
how
cannot.
you know it's a great
And the
night of
buzzer
basketball.
goes, yes. At less than 14 seconds left on the game. 68 to 67. 68 to 67. Lady Hawks are up.
1 point game,
68 to 67.
13 seconds, and right now, if you're the Titans, you're saying, I just want to keep doing what I've been doing all game.
Oh my gosh.
Because it has worked all game for them. Here we go, working around the outside. Little
my
bumping
gosh.
coverage. It goes up. It's down, and it's
gosh.
in. 8 seconds left.
Come
Inbound.
on. Oh my gosh.
68
I
to-
cannot believe it. I just cannot. I cannot even.
Goes to the outside. Shot is up and down. 1 second, and that's game. 1 point. 68 on the
They
Hawks.
won the-
69 to the
That
Titans.
is it. This is the only time we've seen these ladies do this expression. Tonight,
They broke
they
that
just-
stoicism.
Yes, they were so neutral face. It is now when we see them really excited. They were not, they knew they were confident, but they just stayed doing what they were doing until they won. And I mean, I did not want to see this happen tonight,
Yes,
Brandon.
yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little disheartened to not see the Lady Hawks come across with the win, but I've got to say, if this is the last basketball game that we call as a broadcast, to me, that was the best that the Lady Hawks have played probably since we've been calling games together. I'm walking out with my head held high because I took it all the way to the final, and it was just those simple mistakes of free throws and fouls and the three-pointers. And ladies and gentlemen, with that conclusion, we're going to go ahead, and as we get ready for game 2 of our doubleheader, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back here at 7 o'clock for the men's tip-off for the Hillsborough College Hawks versus the St. Pete College Titans. And we hope that you will join us right back here on this live broadcast on YouTube for Hawk Sports TV.
See you guys soon.